You can't do that on television will not be seen at this time because all of those kids are all grown up. In its place, we present a bunch of new kids telling a bunch of old jokes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello, welcome to the library. How can I help you?
Yes. Do you have any books on acting?
Acting? Why, let me look. Acting. Aha! Here we are. The Life of Bartholomew Acting.
Bartholomew acting?
Yes. It says here that he is the holder of the 1985 world record for eating the most soft-boiled eggs in one sitting. Would you like me to help you locate it?
No, ma'am. I meant acting as in drama, like theater, movies, and TV. Stuff like that.
Aha. Let me revise my search. Here we are. There are about 52 books on dramatic arts here in the library. Perhaps if you told me the purpose of the book, I could help narrow your search down.
Well, I've just been cast in a show called You Still Can't Do That on Television, and I was hoping to find a book that will help me with my acting on the show.
You Still Can't Do That on Television. Is that a remake of that popular kids show with the green slime and bath burgers?
Why, yes, it is.
Then I have the perfect book created for people just like you.
Really? What's it called?
Acting for Dummies. And it appears we have it in audiobook, too.
Hey, Flem, you seem pretty happy today.
Oh, you better believe I'm happy. I just got some very good news.
Hey, what's the good news?
The local TV station's doing a news story about my restaurant. I'm going to be on the 6 o'clock news tonight. And I'll get some free publicity, and hopefully I'll attract more customers as a result.
Wow. Ashley, I'm surprised the TV station would want to do a story about Flem's cafeteria.
I'm not. Jason, it's a story about the high number of cases of food poisoning in this city.
No, you have to flip it twice in order to make it spin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you can get the bonus jetpack while the goons are dizzy.
Would you kids quit your yapping about video games and get on with the show?
Buzz, you never even gave us our cue. How are we supposed to know the cameras are rolling?
Yeah, Buzz, why don't you quit snoozing and do your job?
Quit trying to get in the last word and just read the cue cards.
Hi, and welcome to You Still Can't Do That on Television. Today, we're celebrating the children's cult classic, You Can't Do That on Television.
But since all of the original kids are all grown up now, we new kids have been hired to do the show, so we apologize in advance for our bad acting. Buzz, who wrote these cue cards?
I did. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah, you misspelled half of the words.
Anyway, we're all pretty new to television. Anything can happen and probably will.
Aw, how cute, Jason. Is it your dog's birthday?
Sort of. He turned 2 months old today.
Aw, what's his name?
I named him Spot.
You know, I just got a new dog, too, that's about 4 months old. We should let them play together sometime.
You've got to be kidding me. They'd have nothing in common.
What do you mean? They're dogs.
I know that, but your dog is twice my dog's age.
Okay, now that I have you all here, let's get down to business.
Business? Buzz, we're in the middle of doing the show. Can't this wait?
No, it can't. Because the station owner thinks you guys are doing such a lousy job. If there isn't an improvement, we'll all be out of work.
Well, we can only work with what we're given. Writers of the show aren't exactly writing Shakespeare.
Why is it so important for you smart aleck kids to say the last words? Anyway, I have hired a big movie producer by the name of Mr. Frederico Pazarati to come in and show you all a thing or two about acting.
Who's that?
What? Have you been living under a rock or something? He's only the greatest movie producer of all time. Have you not seen the lifespan of a slug?
I'm afraid not.
Well, he's here and ready to start giving you lessons in twos. Jason, you and Ashley are first. And since you've never seen any of his movies, the rest of you will watch The Lifespan of a Slug.
So today's your birthday, Rona?
Yeah, Flem. Today I'm 14 years old.
Well, that's pretty darned old.
Just about as old as this Meatloaf, right, Flem?
Hey, that's not true.
Really, Sam, that is not even funny.
Yeah, Sam's just joking with you. That Meatloaf is much older than that. Says right on the sign, age-old recipe. All right, listen up. I need you two to cooperate for this scene if you wish to become better at attracting viewers.
Attracting viewers? Like anybody would ever be attracted to Ashley.
Look, just sit down at the table, will you?
So what exactly are we supposed to do in this scene anyway?
In this scene, two young kids fall head over heels in love with each other.
Who would ever fall in love with her? Certainly not me.
You are only acting. It is all scripted. All right? You are together in a restaurant, just having dinner together as friends. And then, as you have finished your dinner, you start to look closer at each other until you feel attracted to each other.
Are you kidding me? I couldn't even pretend to be attracted to her.
All right, so we're supposed to be attracted to each other, then what?
You start to lean a little closer, and then you share a small kiss and...
Ew! No way! You couldn't even pay me to kiss Jason.
What's the matter? Don't you want to attract more viewers?
Forget this. I'm out of here.
Wait! Come back here, kid!
Hey, kid, what's going on? Aren't you supposed to be back there learning about the pinto beans?
You mean lima beans.
Whatever. Never mind that stuff anyway. There's something I have to talk to you about.
Geez, sorry, Buzz. What do you need?
Listen, seeing as how you've been deemed the host of this absolute debacle, the producer wanted me to make sure you were clear on the basics of your job.
That's thoughtful, Buzz, but I think I have a good understanding of everything that needs to be done. I mean, introduce the show, close the show, go home. It's very simple.
First of all, they could hire any dummy off the street to do what you're doing. And even though that might be what they did, there are finer points to getting the job done right.
So what are you trying to tell me? You're not making a whole lot of sense.
There are both pros and cons to being the host. While you get paid a little more than all the other kids, you're also expected to show that you deserve it.
You know me, I'm a consummate professional.
Another thing is that although you may receive top billing, it's up to you to set a good example for the rest of the dummies.
That's me, always willing to give it everything I've got.
And last and most importantly, despite what you might often think is an easy job, there is still something else around here that you've got to put up with.
Oh, definitely. Hey, wait a second. What exactly do you mean by something else?
I think you'll figure it out.
Oh, hey, come on. You're supposed to be helping me with this. What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
But Buzz, I don't know what you mean.
Do you get the idea now, kid? Anyhow, enjoy your job as host. And clean this mess up, will you?
All right, will you two be cooperative and do this scene for me?
What is it that you need us to do, sir?
This is a teen romance scene. Two young kids who fall head over heels in love. The two of you are on a dinner date.
We're not eating at Flim's, are we?
What is this phlegms you speak of?
Let's just say we'd never take anyone on a to Flem's.
It is wherever you choose for it to be. Just take your seats at the table. Now, the two of you are together in a ristorante, just out together as friends.
Oh, I get it. And we're supposed to look at each other and feel attracted to one another.
Yes, that's it.
And I suppose this means we are to eventually kiss?
Just a small kiss, that's all. You don't have a problem doing that, do you?
I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah, me neither. It's just acting.
Beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, let's run this scene then. This is just a dry run, so you can read from the scripts there on the table. All right, ready? Action!
This really was a good idea to just come out and enjoy a dinner together.
I know. How many times have we been out with all our friends, never getting a chance to talk? Ew! What is that?
Cut! That is not in the script. What is going on here?
Did you see that humongous zit he has right on his lip? There is no way I can kiss him.
Speak for yourself, Rona. You've got bad breath. Did you eat onions for lunch or something?
Bad breath? How dare you? You can forget about me working this scene with you.
Hey, Kenny, why the long face?
It's Buzz. He's decided that it's alright to pick on me because I'm the host.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him. He's been picking on all of us since we arrived, hasn't he?
I suppose so, yeah.
And we both know he's just a big dummy, right?
That's for sure.
So why let him get to you? Don't give him that satisfaction.
Well, you may have a point.
Of course I do. They wouldn't have picked you for the job if they didn't think you could handle it.
Hey, Sam, you're right. I'm just gonna have to collect myself and press on. I'll be Buzz's bad attitude, or else my name isn't Kenny Lynn Atwater.
Oops. You know, on second thought, Kenny, maybe they had other reasons for picking you after all.
Treat. To coincide with our recent study of the dramatic arts, I've arranged for one of your favorite well-known actors to speak in front of the class.
Let me guess. It's Tom Cruise, right?
Not exactly.
I know. Mel Gibson.
No.
Jack Nicholson?
No, you're all wrong. Today's guest speaker is Mr. Samuel St. Martin. Come on up, Samuel.
Sam? But Sam isn't a well-known actor. He was only on that dumb internet show that no one even watched.
Really though, sir? What's this all about?
Not a well-known actor? Nonsense. Samuel has performed for us on an almost daily basis since the school year began. He's made us laugh and cry with his vivid retellings of how he loses his homework, why he fails his exams, and what keeps him from arriving to class on time. Please, share with us, Samuel. What's your secret? How do you maintain your composure? Where is the inspiration for your material?
Well,
We want Mel Gibson.
Ooh, tough break, kid. Looks like fame really is a fleeting thing.
You know, Kenny, you may think you have it tough out here with Buzz, but have you seen what they're making us do backstage? Sharing a kiss with Mr. Zitlip isn't exactly my idea of show business.
Well, don't forget, Rona, Sam and I are still due for one of those lessons ourselves, so being the host certainly doesn't give me any breaks. Oh, and I can only imagine what that Frederino guy is going to have us do.
Really, though, I've seen more respectable material in athlete's foot commercials.
Hold on! What are you two complaining about now?
Buzz, we were just wondering, did you ever try your hand at acting before moving to the job you're in now?
Why do you ask?
Because you sure seem awfully critical of us. Maybe it's a deep-seated resentment stemming from your own experiences.
There's no denying that you kids stink. But if you must know, I did act in a movie once. It was a disaster. Film entitled Geyser.
Geyser. Sounds like the screenwriters were running out of potential disasters.
Oh, hey, wait. I saw that once. Who did you play in it?
I was, fleeing victim number 2.
Ha! That seems appropriate enough. I guess I'll have to look for you if I ever see that movie again.
Don't waste your time.
Why not? Were your scenes taken out or something?
They weren't taken out. I was fired before filming completed.
You were fired from being an extra in a disaster movie?
Well, it seems the director thought I was just too good for the part.
You know, Buzz, maybe I had you wrong after all, because to say that with a straight face is really good acting.
Acting? Huh?
Now, I know you're looking forward to Family Visit Day, but right now we need to further discuss the matter of your acting merit badges.
Sir. We've gone over this 1,000 times. Do we really have to do it again?
Before I can award the badges, I want to be sure your performances are natural, concise, and, most important of all, convincing.
All right. Mom, Dad, you should meet the camp counselor. He's the wisest and most generous man I know. I've really learned a whole lot from him.
Now, you're going to have to say it with more feeling if you want your acting badge, Vega. Finally, Mr. St. Martin.
Just a minute, sir. You do know that none of us actually believe the things we've been instructed to say, don't you?
That, St. Martin, is why they call it acting. If any of those things were true, we wouldn't need to bribe the lot of you with measly little badges to get you to say so, now would we? So come on then, let's hear it. And stop rolling your eyes. It's not nearly as convincing when you do that.
Samuel, you are not going to believe what Flem was just telling me.
He figured out a new meatloaf recipe that actually has meat in it?
I was just telling Rona about my experiences in Hollywood.
And I still don't believe what you are saying.
I'm serious. My food was once largely in demand in Hollywood.
Care to tell us the story?
I got a lot of calls from Hollywood directors who said that I had a recipe that was perfect for Hollywood actors.
I still don't believe any Hollywood actor would want to eat Flem's cooking.
Actually, Rona, I heard this story before, and it's true.
Samuel, you can't be serious.
You know that when you were filming a movie that they often use food made out of wax?
You don't mean...
Yep. That's why Flem's recipe was in demand. What do you think is in the meatloaf?
Candlelight dinner, anyone?
Okay, I am counting on you two to bring my work to life. I'm looking for a certain it. And those other kids definitely don't got it.
Wow. And that it is certainly left open to interpretation, isn't it?
You can say that again.
I have provided you with scripts. The idea is this. You are two kids who are having trouble studying on the great works of literature. So you spend the night putting together a time machine using an old Volkswagen and an onboard computer.
Wait a minute. Who is going to believe you can put together a time machine with just that?
It's a sitcom, and it's supposed to be funny. And what's even funnier, you will go back in time to meet the famous people like William Shakespeare and then...
Hold on a minute. Look at this script. You scripted me to say stuff like, I'm down with that.
That's the point. You are supposed to be reciting the same phrase over and over.
And get stuck being typecast as somebody who's only good for throwing out phrases?
Kenny, if you think that's bad, I'm supposed to be saying several times over, no way, Jose.
Do you kids not understand the point? It's supposed to be funny.
I don't find it funny that I have to be stuck with a catchphrase that I wouldn't want associated with me or my career.
And who really goes around...
Kenny, this is probably the worst part. Shakespeare starts picking up on my language and changes Hamlet's line from to be or not to be to yo baby, yo, because he thinks that what I say is cool.
But it is comedy. He is supposed to be picking up on that language.
Honestly, who would want to work with a script like this?
Yeah, what he's written is certainly no sitcom. It's a comedy of errors.
Kids think you are so smart when it comes to comedy. It's no wonder Buzz was giving up on you. That does it. I am out of here.
Can you believe this, Ashley? This is probably one of the best movies I ever saw.
What are you talking about?
It's like every scene features the best acting I've ever seen. They just keep coming at you with great scene after great scene and great lines after great lines.
Because it's just a trailer for a coming attraction. And they always make sure that the only good parts of the movie are in it.
Oh, you mean... That's like the previews they show on TV for movies that are now showing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Well, if they only show the good parts during the trailers and the previews, then there's no reason to watch the movies themselves to see the bad acting and the bad scenes, right?
True enough.
So why are we even sticking around for the main movie to begin with? We already caught the good stuff in the trailers, didn't we?
You know, that's a very good point.
Oh, Kenny.
Yes, Rana?
They say that good acting can make a bad script good, and that bad acting can make a good script bad. But what happens when you have bad acting and a bad script?
You get this show.
Hey, Sigmund?
Yeah, Ashley?
Isn't it true that the best actors don't actually look like they're acting while on screen?
Well, that's what I've heard, yeah.
So why does my mom insist on sending me to acting lessons all the time? Won't teaching me how to act just make me worse?
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah, Samuel?
Did you know that hosting this show wasn't the first time Kenny tried out for a part? She once auditioned for a movie called The Beast Who Ate Manhattan.
Really? Was she going to play the lovely damsel in distress?
No, she was going to be the Beast.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah, Sigmund?
How do you plan on spending all the money you'll earn starring on this show?
I think I'll save most of it, Sigmund. I put a lot of consideration into my future.
Ah, so you want to retire early then?
Well, sort of. After having been seen here, it doesn't seem likely that I'll be getting much work as an actress.
I say you're overreacting, Kenny. I honestly don't believe anyone's going to see our performances here.
Hey, Sigmund, what's the camera for? Isn't it a little late to be photographing nature?
I'm not photographing nature, Samuel. I'm looking to get a picture of a UFO.
A UFO?
Yeah, an unidentified flying object.
I know what it means, but don't you think UFOs are just a bunch of nonsense?
Well, maybe, but I heard of a magazine that'll pay big bucks for a picture of one. I don't plan on missing that opportunity if it comes along.
Sigmund, I'm sure you could sit out here every night for years and you'd never see...
Look, I was right! I got it! I'm gonna be rich, and you're gonna be pathetic and poor. See what you get for doubting me?
That's great, Sigmund, but it looks like you forgot to take the lens cap off.
Oh, no! Well, you'll back up my story, won't you? I mean, we did sit together, and that's good for something, right?
I didn't see anything. I'm pathetic and poor, remember?
I plan on sharing the money with you anyway, honest.
Mr. St. Martin, I did not receive last night's homework assignment from you.
Well, the funny thing about that, sir, you see, my homework was abducted by aliens.
Aliens?
Oh, yeah. I was on my way to school this morning when suddenly I found myself face to face with at least a 12-foot tall alien life form. He grabbed the assignment right from my hand and then said something to the effect of, "I claim this sacred knowledge for the betterment of my home planet." Naturally, I tried my best to get the homework back, but this alien had friends, and in the end, I had to flee for fear of my life.
Samuel, that is utterly preposterous. It's obvious to me that your story is nothing but a complete work of fabrication.
Why do you say that, sir? Don't you believe in aliens?
Aliens or not, I could never bring myself to believe that any being of reasonable intelligence could go and mistake your homework for valuable information. Anyhow, whatever happened to the classic excuses? Something simple like, my dog ate it.
Well, sir, I guess it seemed like a good idea at the time. And I don't have a dog.
Sam, do you think it's true that television signals continue traveling through space and that this show may one day make its way to television sets in another universe?
We'd better hope not, because if this show ever made it to another universe, Earth would be doomed.
What makes you think that?
Oh, come on, Kenny. Wouldn't you want to destroy the planet that put out such garbage, too?
Hey, Flem, do you believe in UFOs?
Heck yeah, I believe in UFOs. In fact, I just witnessed a flying saucer crash landing near Kingside Road yesterday.
No way!
Yes way. It was one of the most horrific sights I done ever seen. There was tons of mangled metal and little green alien bodies scattered all over the place.
But wouldn't something as big as a UFO crash landing be all over the news?
Oh, you'd think. But by the time I called the TV station and they got out there, everything was completely cleaned up. And these men in black suits were all over the place, and they wouldn't answer any questions.
That's very interesting. I wonder what happened to all those little dead aliens.
What do you think's in the meatloaf?
Doctor, do you think you can help me with some strange dreams I've been having?
Strange dreams? Like what?
Well, I keep dreaming that I'm kidnapped by aliens and that they perform all sorts of bizarre experiments on me. They take my brain out of my head and look at it, and then they put my head on someone else's body.
I would say those dreams are all related to distinct feelings of guilt.
Guilt? What do you mean?
What I mean is that you receive all those expensive medical procedures and then you don't pay for anything. Now, I know I'd feel guilty if I were you, but I have just the thing for that guilt.
How can you fix it?
By giving you a way to redeem yourself, huh? And for your detention, I want you to copy this UFO kidnap script 53 times.
But, sir, why am I in detention?
Because you didn't do your homework for the 9th day this week.
But I have a legitimate reason this time. I was abducted by aliens.
Abducted by aliens? Jason, do you want your detention extended for another hour for lying to your principal?
I'm not lying, sir. And they even said that if I ever needed their help, all I had to do was call.
That's it, Jason! Your detention's now been extended for 3 more hours!
This is Jason McGlade calling Neymar. I'm in a bit of a jam. Over.
How did he do that?
You know, for decades now, crop circles have been linked to UFOs, but no one really knows what causes them or what they mean. Are they some strange alien language or a good practical joke? For those of you who may not know what a crop circle is, take a look at this picture I have here. This is a 100% genuine crop circle, but there is also another type of unexplainable circle. Take a look at this picture of Buzz. You see these discolored rings around his eyes? Now, those are what we call dark circles. Crop circle, dark circle. Both unexplainable and equally scary.
Ashley, before you head off to play, I still want you to wash the dishes.
But Mom, I'll do it this afternoon, I promise.
No, but Mom, I'll do it this afternoon, I promises. You will wash the dishes and you will do it this instant.
Fine.
Now, was that so hard?
Yes, now I'm late. I was supposed to teleport to Vanessa's house 2 seconds ago. Now they've probably started to play space hockey without me.
What are you guys doing?
Haven't you heard? We're waiting here to see the elusive Bailey's Comet. It only shows up once every 3,000 years.
We've been sitting for 72 hours without sleep, but once we see the comet, it'll all be worth it. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Oh, wow, look, there it is. Guys?
Mom, have you seen my soccer uniform?
Yes, dear. I folded it and put it in your bedroom this morning.
I just looked and it's not there.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Well, have you seen my science project?
I put that in your bedroom, too. You had it lying on the kitchen counter, and I was trying to cook dinner.
Well, that's not there neither. I can't find anything in my room. It's like the Bermuda Triangle in there.
Well, maybe if you would clean it for a change, you wouldn't have this problem. Come to think of it, I sent your father in there 3 days ago, and he hasn't come out yet. And where's your sister?
Senor Vega, I believe we need to discuss the matter of your history exam. I know for certain you didn't take the time to study, so you were obviously cheating when you got this perfect grade. Now, it will be much easier for everyone if you go ahead and admit where or from whom you got those answers.
Well, you may not believe it, sir, but I have psychic powers. I read your mind to get all those answers.
Psychic powers? Why, that's the most ridiculous excuse I've ever heard.
But it's true, sir.
Sigmund, I don't take well to liars. It looks like I'm going to have to send you to the principal's office, where you can explain things to him.
Sir, do you mean to explain about the office supplies you've been taking home? Or about those sick days you spent at the beach?
You know about all those things?
I know all, sir.
Well, on second thought, I think we can probably overlook this little trifle, right?
Everyone in class saw you take the answer sheet. How did you really know all those things?
Just look, I guess. Or was it?
Aw, come on. Are we supposed to actually believe that Sigmund is psychic or something?
Kenny, the most amazing thing just happened to me.
What? You ate Flem's meatloaf and it didn't come back up?
No, something else. Something totally amazing. I think I might be psychic.
You're not psychic. That entire scene was scripted.
But it's true. I've been having these weird visions and they've all been coming true. Minutes, sometimes seconds later.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, Kenny, it's true. Sigmund said that I was going to get an A on my history test, and when I got it back today, I had an A.
That's because you used the same copy of the teacher's answer sheet. That's not psychic, that's just stupid.
Mom, is it true that Grandma was psychic?
Well, dear, that's what people said, but nothing she told me ever came true.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, she said that I would marry a handsome and charming man and have 2 wonderful children.
But didn't you marry Dad and have me and Rona?
Mom? I just dropped all the dishes. Can you come help me clean it up?
Like I said, nothing she told me ever came true.
Speaking of future telling, since the beginning of time, people have always claimed to have been able to channel information from the great beyond. Some people use tea leaves, crystal balls, or even Ouija boards to get their information from the dead.
Kenny, you're not gonna believe this.
Don't tell me. You had another psychic vision.
No, I had another psychic vision.
He did, Kenny. Just as Sigmund bit into his Meatloaf surprise, he did this freaky trance thing. And when he snapped out of it, he said that he saw a red 18-wheeler driving straight at him.
So?
So then Flem comes up, and we asked him where he got the meat for today's special. And he said he found it wrapped around the tire of a red 18-wheeler.
Is that amazing or what?
Ew, that's not amazing. That's just gross.
Hey, Snake, have you ever heard the story about this road? Legend has it a school bus crashed not far from here, and that everyone died except the driver. Now, the ghosts of the victims supposedly haunt the area.
I know all about that already.
You do? You're not going to tell me you actually believe all that stuff really happened, are you?
Of course I believe it. I was that bus driver.
Clear your mind and concentrate on communicating with the spirits of the outer world.
Rona, are you sure we should be playing with this thing?
Of course I'm sure. What's the matter? You were all for it just a minute ago.
It's just that I've heard that these Ouija boards are really bad news. There was once a group of kids who used one of these to conjure up a spirit that haunted them for the rest of their lives.
Come on, Ashley. This is harmless fun. Now just concentrate. Almighty spirits of the other world, are you there?
Oh my God, it's moving.
It pointed to yes. Quick, ask it a question.
Okay. Who will I marry?
C R B T T Z R B T T. Who's that?
I don't know.
Sigmund, I apologize for giving you a hard time about your psychic powers. Now, go ahead and tell me what's been happening. I promise I won't interrupt.
Kenny, you don't honestly believe in that psychic mumbo-jumbo, do you?
What?
And I'll bet next time you'll be saying that you believe in UFOs and little green men from outer space.
Sigmund, you were the one running up here, ruining my links, proclaiming you're this all-knowing being.
That stuff isn't true. I think you've been watching too many infomercials.
Okay, if Sigmund no longer thinks he's psychic, this has got to be the introduction to the opposites.
Bingo!
Why are you driving so slowly?
Ashley, I have to follow the rules of the road. It's the right thing to do.
Oh, come on, Snake. What you really need to do is challenge another driver to a drag racing competition.
Ashley, how dare you suggest that? It's not legal. Now, Ashley, don't distract me. I nearly ran that red light. Hey, you up there in that big fancy school bus. I'll race you to the next light.
Come on, Snake, catch him. He's way ahead of you.
He just ran the red light, Ashley. Why would I do that?
Oh, come on, Snake.
So, if you add just a pinch or two of cinnamon, your trail mix will... Hey, look! It's a UFO! An alien!
Greetings, Earth people. I have come to surrender myself to you.
Why, though? I mean, that's a generous offer, but I'm sorry, I don't think we have much use for an alien.
Yeah, the only thing we could really hope to do with you is go on television and make millions and millions of dollars. And who has time for that?
I see. Do you wish to at least photograph me in my Star Cruiser so that you can prove that such beings do exist?
Actually, I was hoping to take pictures of wild butterflies with this film. This is the best time of the year for them, you know.
As you wish, then. Live long and be polite to your parents. Farewell.
Hey, wait. You could take me with you, though. I've really been wanting a head transplant.
I'm telling you, Kenny, I really am psychic.
Well, nothing you've said to me all day has been anything more than a mere coincidence.
But Kenny, I can honestly see the future.
Oh, all right. Then what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes?
It doesn't quite work like that. I just get these weird visions out of nowhere and...
Sigmund, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, he's okay. He just had another vision, didn't you, Sigmund?
Yeah, but I didn't like what I saw.
Oh, do tell.
I saw me and you covered in slime at Flim's.
Hey, Sigmund?
Yeah, Ashley?
Is it true that your mom's a mind reader?
Yeah, she is.
Wow, that must be so cool!
No, it's terrible. Because not only do I get in trouble for when I do bad things, but I also get in trouble when I think about doing bad things.
Hey, Rona.
Yeah, Samuel?
Rona, what's your opinion on cryptozoology?
Crypto what?
You know, the study of creatures that haven't been proven real, like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, that. I think it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, how can you believe in something that's been talked about for years, but that no rational group of people has ever seen?
You know, Rona, I would agree with you, but this show has been around for years, and no rational group of people has ever seen it. Yet, no one doubts that it exists.
No matter how much we wish it didn't.
Oh, Ashley?
Yes, Kenny?
My dad claims he saw a UFO when he was my age, but that nobody believed him when he said so. Wouldn't it be awful to have that happen?
Boy, it sure would. I know exactly how he feels.
You do?
Of course. Nobody ever seems to believe me when I tell them about the aliens who steal my homework, or about the ghosts who break my mom's dishes.
Actually, Ashley, I think the UFO was something my dad believed he really saw, not something he made up as an excuse.
But that's just it. They aren't excuses. Aliens really do steal my homework, and ghosts really do break my mom's dishes. So why won't anyone believe me?
Hey.
Yes, Rona?
Wait, how did you...
No, you were going to say my name? I have psychic powers, remember?
Yeah, right, Sigmund. That's
Written in the script and not true? You may think so, but I'm really psychic. Now, what were you going to say?
Oh, forget it. You probably already know.
Hey, Samuel.
Yeah, Sigmund?
I've begun to think that the place where I live might be haunted.
Really, Sigmund? What gives you that idea?
Well, I keep hearing angry voices there that say, "Get out of the house now!" And then sometimes whatever it is will throw shoes or even books at me.
Sigmund, are you sure those are ghosts?
I guess. Why do you ask?
Because your ghosts sound an awful lot like my parents.
But what would your parents be doing in my house?
You're the psychic. You tell me. Kenny?
Yes, Samuel?
If there really are aliens who visit this planet, I think they're looking for intelligent life. What do you think they'd be looking for?
Probably a place to land.
Oh.
Hey, don't be down. Maybe when they do find a place to land, it'll be on top of the people who write these miserable locker jokes.
Maybe. Although if that happened, it would definitely rule out my theory regarding intelligent life.
Sam, have you heard that a number of today's sketches were created by fans of the show?
This show has fans?
At least one or two, it seems. Anyhow, I really think it's great that the producers are doing something nice for their loyal viewers.
Well, not me. I say it's terrible.
Terrible? But why would you say that, Sam?
Just think about it, Kenny. The producers are so cheap that they'll have the fans write material for free instead of paying professional writers. It's bad enough that they've got to watch this show in the first place.
Hey! Will you stop yapping about that? If you don't, I might have to make you kids improvise. In which case, I'm sure you'll sound even stupider than you do already.
Then again, Sam, I guess you're right. The people who watch the show really do bring it upon themselves.
Honestly, Ashley, I've been sending you to the Miss Manners finishing school for a year now, and you haven't changed at all.
Yes, I have, Mom. Last week I was wearing a blue shirt, but today I changed into this one. Duh. You really need to have your eyes checked.
All that talk about giving back to the fans gave me a brilliant idea. In that sack is fan mail, and you're going to answer some of it on the air.
Fan mail? But Buzz, we're right in the middle of our first episode. How can we have fan mail already?
Aha! It turns out, you see, that the group of kids before you never got around to answering any of the mail they received. And also, the studio never seems to throw anything away.
I guess that's not surprising. They even went so far as to pick this show back out of the garbage. Anyway, didn't that most recent group of kids leave years ago?
Haven't you looked in the stores lately? People are crazy about that nostalgia junk these days. And besides, you're the host. You handle it. I can't do everything around here.
I hope there's nothing living in here.
Hi, welcome to Flem's. Would you care to try our Meatloaf surprise?
What are you doing working at Flem's?
I want a new iPod, but my parents are making me pay for half of it. So I had to get a job.
That's kind of neat. Learning to save your own money. How do you like it so far?
I've only been working 10 minutes, and I think I have the easiest job in the world.
You've learned how to make every selection on the menu in 10 minutes?
In less than 10 minutes, actually.
Well, we're going to share a number 5.
Coming right up. Would you like ketchup with that?
Hello, Savon calling.
Hello?
Hello, sir or madam, as the situation may warrant. I represent Savon Cosmetics and Toiletries. I just noticed that you're new to the neighborhood, and I would like to welcome you with a 10% offer for your first purchase.
Oh, wonderful. I'm about out of mud packs. I'll take 6.
Madam, really? Surely you jest. We don't sell those gross and vile mud packs anymore. Instead, we have a new miracle product we call Renovitalize.
That sounds highly technological. What's in it?
Oh, we couldn't possibly reveal the secret ingredient, X, that we put in each tube of Renovitalize. Here, try a sample.
Oh, samples. Lovely.
Yes, it's specially formulated for women of your age range. The other part of Renovitalize is the renovation compound known as concrete to fill all your cracks.
Good day.
Here's one meatloaf a la king and soup doucher.
Ew, gross, Flem. This is not the food pictured in the menu. Don't you know you could be sued for false advertisement?
What on earth are you talking about, little girl? That, too, is the food in the pictures.
You can't be serious. The food in these pictures isn't green and moldy.
That's because when I had the pictures taken, the food was fresh from the oven. It's green because it's been sitting around the back for 3 years.
Come on, Kenny. You've looked through at least 100 of those letters. You're going to tell me that not one of them has been worth reading on the air?
All of these letters really are terrible. It's embarrassing enough reading them to myself, let alone out loud and in front of everybody else.
What? What kind of host are you, Kenny? If you can't handle the job, then I'd certainly be glad to step in and do it for you. Here, give me one of those letters. I'll read it out loud.
Oh, all right, Sam, if you insist.
Okay, this is from Katie Morrison of Jackson, Pennsylvania. Katie says, "You Can't Do That on Television is my favorite show ever. I wish it was on every single day." It's so funny. My favorite thing about the show is the green slime and water. Maybe you had a point, Kenny. Reading these out loud probably is a bad idea.
Now let's see here, kid. You're here because you have a problem with your ATM card.
Yes, Doc.
Wait a second, kid. If you have a problem with your ATM card, why don't you just see the bank about it?
No, Doc, you don't understand. You see, when I went to put my ATM card into the slot, I didn't pull my fingers away fast enough, and my hand got sucked into the ATM.
This is going to cost you extra. You did get your cash from the machine, didn't you?
Devoted fan, angry parent, devoted fan, notification of failure to pay electric bill, final notice, notification of impending shutoff. But wait a minute. How did these get in here?
Never mind those, Kenny. Here, hand them over.
But Buzz, isn't this something to be concerned about? Maybe the show wasn't really canceled to begin with. Maybe...
All right. Keep up the good work, kid.
Good work? Now I know something's not right.
Dad, nobody likes me, and I know why. Just look at me. I'm not pretty at all.
Honey, just be yourself.
But my figure's terrible. Look at my hair. It's all mousy and ugly. No wonder I can't get a date.
Honey, I've told you, all you have to do is just be yourself.
Really, Dad?
Really.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, Sam.
Yes, Jason?
Didn't you have a dog that you entered in a fetching contest?
Yeah, and I spent about 6 months training him to fetch his favorite frisbee and bring it back to me.
Really? So how did he do in the contest?
Lousy. When it was his turn to fetch the frisbee, he ran all the way home to get his favorite one.
Hey, Rona.
Yes, Jason?
There was a story on the news about a sandwich suing a juice bar for over $1 million in a discrimination lawsuit.
A sandwich? I'm almost afraid to ask why.
Because when the sandwich tried to order, workers at the juice bar said that they didn't serve food there.
Ooh, that was awful.
If you think that's bad, Kenny, did you hear about the cookie that went to the doctor?
No. Why would a cookie even go to the doctor?
Because he felt crummy.
Hey, Jason?
Yeah, Sam?
My sister Beth is so vain that she carries a mirror around with her wherever she goes.
That's nothing. My sister is so vain that she had her bedroom walls lined with mirrors so that she could see herself whenever she was in her room.
That's nothing. My sister is so vain that she had her bedroom ceiling lined with mirrors so that she could see herself while she was trying to go to sleep.
That's nothing. My sister is so vain that she had the insides of her eyelids lined with mirrors so that she could see herself while she was asleep.
That's still nothing. My sister told me that she wants her coffin lined with mirrors so that she
Could
can...
we stop this, please? This is getting ridiculous. Her coffin, Sigmund? That's just surpassing the level of good taste.
I think that on this show we surpassed the level of good taste long ago.
Yeah, like in 1979. Well, everyone, looks like that just about wraps it up.
Okay, kids, the show's over. Get out of here, go home.
Actually, Buzz, we were just about to finish.
There's no time for it now. You know those old electric bills you found? Unfortunately, with the show back in production, the electric company has caught wind of things and wants to know where their money is.
Gee, Buzz, why don't you just take that out of our salaries, too?
Huh, I would gladly do it. However, you kids haven't got any salary left. In fact, right now, all of you owe the studio. We'll worry about that later, though. For the time being, I want everyone out.
I guess we'll see you next time then. Here on, you still can't. Maybe.
You Still Can't has been a Milestone production. Milestone? I'll bet people travel for miles just to throw stones at the cast and crew.
So, kids, how was your first show?
It was okay, I guess.
It was probably better that we ended it when we did because we were going nowhere and fast.
So has the show been picked up as a series, or was this a one-time deal?
We don't know yet. I guess we'll find out. Kenny, this was in my vision earlier. I told you I'm psychic.